by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I think our audio still works. Okay. God, who's the idiot who put in a 60-second countdown? Jeez. Good Thursday evening, one and all. Bill Smith alongside Dan Davidson for yet another Thursday Night Geeks. A bit different tone to the show open tonight. Normally, there's this sort of hype, Dan, with the Thursday Night Geeks theme and all of that. But we decided that it made sense to have a completely different tone tonight.
Yes, a very serious discussion, a very loving discussion, full of probably tears, a lot of smiles, a lot of laughs. But we are going to spend this evening talking about our dear friend Subrina Wood of the SyFy Sistas, who passed away 1 month ago today, actually, from pancreatic cancer. An absolutely amazing human being, a dear friend, a wonderful woman, a humongous Star Trek fan, a movie encyclopedia. And we are going to celebrate her life tonight, and celebrate all of the great things and all of the marks that she left on so many people. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit different than what we're used to here on Thursday Night Geeks. We're not going to be yucking it up as much as usual. There will be a few yucks, I'm sure, because you're here. But other than that, yeah, it's going to be a good discussion. It's going to be great to remember such a wonderful friend.
I just want to point out your face is very yucky. Let's leave that,
well, that's
as
what I was going with,
right
but
now.
I was trying to be a little nicer, but okay.
Since when? I mean, we may
Well,
have
it's a special
serious
night, so
we may have serious shit to talk about tonight. But it doesn't mean I'm not going to take a shot at you. I mean,
there you go.
on.
Shot taken.
There's
There
some things I'm just not going to escape. And honestly, Dan, that's the way Subrina would want it.
Exactly. Yeah, she would be right there giving me shit too, so that's okay.
It's only fitting that on this Thursday night, Sabrina's beloved New England Patriots are playing the disgustingly vile New England Jets on Thursday Night Football.
New York Jets.
That's what I meant. New York Jets. New England. I wear my Boston Patriots throwback sweatshirt as sort of a tribute on a night where the Jets are just going to be grounded and crashed into a mountainside. Other than that, I've really got no thoughts or feelings about the matter.
Speaking of which, before we get started, because this is funny, because this is about the Patriots. Did you see that Gronk signed a one-day contract yesterday to retire as a Patriot?
I did.
During the press conference, Robert Kraft was saying, so we're playing the Jets tomorrow night. So do you want to do a 2-day contract? And that was funny enough. But then Gronk's response was, well, what's the signing bonus?
What's the signing bonus?
I thought that was hysterical.
Kraft would pay it. I mean, come on. To beat the Jets, he'd do anything.
Absolutely. Yep. Anyway.
All right. So, Dan, we're joined by some treasured and special individuals in our lives. Special guests abound. I'll let you certainly regale us with who they are, since that's kind of your job on this show.
Yeah. It would not be a discussion about the life and joy that Subrina brought all of us if we didn't have the other SyFy Sistas on to discuss it as well. So we are joined by Yvette and Tamia, and Fran will be joining us a little bit later in the show to talk about great memories and how the sisters all got started and just have a time to discuss all the things that she contributed, and also to talk about the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund, which has been set up in her honor. I think it's fantastic what's happening with this. It's going to benefit people, which is exactly what she would have wanted. And so it'll be great to have the sisters here to talk about it. And again, going to be some smiles, going to be some tears. And we're looking forward for everyone contributing and telling us if you have ever had interactions with Subrina, please let us know in the chat what it was like, what happened, all the good stuff and all the shenanigans that most likely took place, especially on that cruise ship. Because that was always a great time. We've heard some stories, I gotta tell you. Mm-hmm.
Comments are queuing up. We'll get to those in just a minute and say hi to everybody. But as for right now, we'll be back in 20 seconds with Yvette and Tamia. I'm learning I didn't need 20 seconds. I'm getting better at this for what it's worth.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not off like I did at the open.
And this sounds so bad if you're listening to this on the audio version out of context. So what just happened is there was a silent video transition, and out of context, it sounds like a visit to Las Vegas. In context, it's Thursday Night Geeks. So I just want to make that abundantly clear to everybody.
Welcome.
Hi, Tamia. Hi, Yvette.
Hi.
Great to see you both.
Hey, guys. Hey,
Of course, the circumstances for having you here tonight are not anything that anybody would ever want. But at the same time, we're going to make the most of it and really reflect on some amazing times over the years. And I'm sure you guys have more stories than Bill and I do. I've got a couple, but yeah. And then of course to just talk all about the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund is very important. So thanks for joining us tonight for this very special occasion.
Well,
Thanks for having us. I appreciate this. Yeah.
I want to start off with the question that makes the most sense.
But wait.
Yeah.
I have to say something before we start, please.
Go ahead.
Because if Subrina were here, first of all, she'd be bigging up on you with that damn Patriots mess that you're wearing.
Yes. yes.
This is love.
You would have made her day.
Yes. I know she's looking down on us right now like, damn Skippy, Bill.
That's right. Dan wore a stupid Star Trek shirt. Way to go, Dan.
I will say until about 5 minutes before we went live, I had a Patriot shirt on, but I figure Thursday Night Geeks, I should probably put on some Trek swag. So I did have my Patriots shirt on all day.
That makes her happy too.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. So I got to make some Patriots Star Trek swag, which I actually did once for an episode of Trek Geeks years ago. I made a Lombardi trophy with the Star Trek logo and the Patriots logo built into it. So, but yeah,
I'm sure that Paramount will love that.
Yeah, right.
That was my next thing. Like, ooh.
As well as the
Trek Geeks logo, I should say, not
as well as the NFL, because the NFL doesn't go after anybody.
No, they're so kind.
I know, right? Forgiving, I think, is the word I'd like to use.
Sure.
Yeah. So let's start with the question that's top of mind. And certainly the four of us have talked enough, off camera in the last month. But how are you both doing? Yvette, I'll start with you since you're directly below me on screen. I mean, obviously, this is a significant loss for the sisters collectively and the sisters individually. How are you doing?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair answer.
I think every day I'm doing a little differently. My experience, I think we were talking off camera, but my experience is a little different because, I still have to put out the podcast. I put together the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund, and when you put something like that together, you're sitting with that person. So I've been sitting with Subrina since that day, and I think once we go on break, which is going to be soon, I think that's when it's really going to hit me. Because to me, I'm still hearing her, I'm still seeing her. I'm putting out videos. I'm listening to unfortunately, the last podcast we put out with Lisa Klink. Shout out to Lisa Klink, because that episode is really catching fire.
Yeah,
So I appreciate you. But that is the last interview you will hear with Subrina.
Yeah.
So when I was doing that, and I think I told you, Bill, when I handed it over to you, I was like, oh, this is the last one. So yeah, I think the break, I'm gonna feel it, but I'm glad the break is Christmas break, because I'll have the family around and everything.
Right.
But it's heartbreaking.
Yeah.
It really is. It really is heartbreaking.
I was glad you told me before you handed that audio off to me. For those watching who don't know, I actually edit the audio episodes of SyFy Sistas.
Mhm.
And there have been one every now and then where Subrina would be like, "Hi, Yvette. Hi, Bill." And we're not even in the room.
Right.
It's just in the recording, and she knows we're both going to hear it.
Yep.
But you told me ahead of time that it was the last one, and I put on my headphones to edit, and I'm like, I got a box of Kleenex over here. I got a bag to put the tissues in over here. And it's like, I'm trying to listen, but not with intent necessarily, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that I can get through the edit and make sure it sounds good before, after that, I can have the reaction I want to, but I'm not going to lie. That was hard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was definitely hard.
I know it's been difficult for you guys because, well, especially like for Yvette, it's been a different story. And like for me and Fran, it was, it's like, it's it, like it's done. Like I'm with everybody else listening to these last shows. But then, I had our first book club meeting on Monday, the first book club without her. And that was difficult, but it was, lovely because we have each other for support, but you just miss her voice and her energy so much. And, because there's nobody like her on the earth. There never was, and there never will be another Subrina Wood. She's just such an amazing human being that, and so it's been difficult. I think the stuff that I've been going through is going to hit Yvette, like you said during the break, with the silence of it. There's the silence of missing that person. It weighs really heavy. Like I have found it very difficult since she passed to be silent in a room with no noise. I've had a lot of difficulty sleeping. I haven't, like taken a lot of Tylenol at night or CBD tablets, to help me get to sleep, because I would not be sleeping throughout the night or couldn't get to sleep at all. That's sort of starting to mellow out now. But I still get hit by these random ass moments where I'm just bawling. And like you guys at the top of the show, like you were making me want to cry, but at the same time I was laughing. And this is something that I'm now becoming quite familiar with, because to think about Subrina is to smile, like the sad parts are really just so the selfish part of me that I can't call her up and be like we had a call. We called each other every Monday. Every Monday we called each other, and we were writing support for each other. We were supposed to be supporting each other in our creative endeavors and our physical stuff, and like it's still on my phone in my calendar, like call Subrina, at 11 a.m. And so it was just weird not to have that conversation, but I've had the transition of that lessening, because I was the sister who was closest to her geographically,
Right.
Throughout this whole process. So, my relationship with her was changing before everybody else's, like I was watching the entire thing. I was taking her to chemo. I was picking her up from chemo. She had soldiers, boots on the ground here in DC, in the DC area, in the DMV, who were doing these types of things. So I was watching this decline. That was a hard part. Now I'm ready to celebrate her, because the fact of the matter is that she lives on. so vividly.
Yeah.
In all of our memories, and any single person. I read every single post and commemoration on Facebook, every single one, not just the ones that came to us, but like the ones that people put up themselves. And I read every comment on those posts, you know.
Yep.
And to see how many people she touched, like there are a lot of names that we know because some people are more active, you know, so we see their names, you know, but there were so many people whose names I had never seen who were saying, oh my God, we listen to you guys all the time, and this is a crushing blow to me. And that just really put everything that we do into a lot of perspective, you know. And then, you know, it also let me know that how many people she touched and how many people hearts that she warmed. So I'm very, like, I'm at this point now where I'm accepting more and really just ready to celebrate her, like in every moment that I'm alive.
Yeah.
You know,
which I think we all are. So for those, and it's not something I want to do, but I'm gonna do it anyway. For those who may not know, who are listening, what we're doing right here is, and ladies, please correct me if I'm wrong because my timeline may be a little off. The weekend of Trek Long Island, you reached out to Bill and I because you needed to share some news with us before it became public. And it was that Subrina had been diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. Now, if I remember correctly from when we were on your show a few weeks ago, the diagnosis actually came in March. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we found out in late May, and I lost my father-in-law to pancreatic cancer. Of course, we've had Jonathan Frakes on, who lost his brother, and we've had Kitty on, who is a decades-long survivor. And as I think about everything that's happened, as we're talking about this 1 month to the day of her passing, the amount of time, or the short amount of time from when you let us know to October 13th just is mind-blowing. I just can't. I lost my father-in-law to it, and I still can't wrap my head around the time frame of how fast this horrible disease does what it does.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's so terrible. It's so fast. It's so devastating, you know. And you know, I hope everybody will join us this month when and Yvette will talk about it later, when we have our show for PanCan that we've been doing, is now an annual tradition. We've done this show before, and this is how doing the show with Kitty and the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network before, and the Star Trek team that she formed, is how Subrina, we kind of started zeroing in on pancreatic cancer. And I think it's really important to tell the story because, and we're going to talk about it on our show, because you really have to advocate really hard for doctors to check for it. And Subrina did. She tried to advocate as hard as she could. A year before she was diagnosed, we thought it was pancreatic cancer.
Really?
Doctors said, "Oh, we've tested you, and it's not that."
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. See, this is new.
No,
this is news to me. I was not aware of that. Wow.
For a year, but then they said, "Oh, it's this. Oh, it's that. We're going to treat this. We're going to treat that." And then by the time they actually diagnosed the damn thing, it's stage 4. And this is what's so devastating about pancreatic cancer, is that it's so hidden. And by the time it gets diagnosed in most people, it's too late.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's been something that Kitty and Armin have talked about several times when we've talked to them about their journey and what happened, is that most of the time, by the time you get that diagnosis, it's far too late to really be able to do anything. Let me ask you a question, maybe an emotional one, because it's emotional for me when I think about it in my own terms. Do each of you have a saved voicemail that you will always have on your phone? The reason I ask that is because it's very helpful. I have a voicemail from my dad from before he passed, which I will never delete because he was so excited because he heard Doug Jones does my voicemail message. So it's just him. He doesn't even remember what he doesn't even remember what he was calling me for because he was so excited. And I'm hoping that you guys have a voicemail on your phone of her, so that you can hear that voice from time to time when you really need to, because I've always found it very helpful to listen to Dad.
I didn't even think of that. I have tons of them because
There you
she's
go.
always calling me,
Yeah.
telling me to call her back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I have any saved ones on there. I'm not sure, but I think we're very lucky in that we're in the situation that we always get to pull up any Sci-Fi
Yeah.
Sistas show,
Yep.
and play it and be right back there in those memories. And I'm gonna like slap you next time I see you because you're trying your best to make me cry again.
Right?
Well,
Damn it, Dan.
I'll
Damn it,
tell you
Dan.
what then. Instead of making you cry, how about I make you laugh with talking about my favorite memory of Subrina? Because I'm sorry, I'm dropping it. It was fucking hilarious. It was dangerous, but it was hilarious. And we did talk about it on your show. So for those of you who joined that show as well, I apologize for the repeatedness, but it's just it's worth talking about. So how many years was it ago? 6 years ago?
No, not even.
No.
It was the
Four?
first STLV after COVID, the one at
So
Bally's.
4. Probably,
Yep.
Oh yeah,
So
Bally's. Right.
we all decided to go out together and have some fun, and we went to one of these virtual reality places, and they had a Star Trek Discovery themed one. So we're like, oh, that sounds pretty cool. I've never done one. Nobody else, I think, had ever done one. So we all went, and all the sisters were there. A whole bunch of the people on the network were there. And it's what they do is they strap this backpack on you, which basically you're carrying around your own computer, and it's got the gloves with the controllers and the full face mask for the virtual reality. So you're wearing a lot of gear, and you're lined up in this big giant room. There you go. Oh my gosh, you found some pictures. Fantastic. So they put us in this room with all these.
There she is getting
this
all
gear
kitted up.
on. She's getting all hooked up, and
Her
oh my
favorite
God.
shirt.
So you're doing this, you're fighting bad guys, and you got phasers and everything like that. There's cargo bays and rocks and stuff like that. And Yvette was standing next to me or sitting next to me. I don't remember if we were sitting or standing, all along one side of the wall, and they're all doing their stuff, and we can't see what's going on yet. We haven't gone in yet to do ours. So that's a great picture of her.
Yeah,
So
because that's Sabrina's spirit right there. That's
right there.
exactly
Sabrina.
right there. Yeah, absolutely. And that's before she had all the gear on.
Right.
But they're all doing stuff, and you can see them hunching, and they're walking around, and all of a sudden in the game, Subrina was trying to hide behind a boulder. And so she runs backwards towards where the boulder is to lean up against it, but there's nothing there because it's not a real boulder. And she went face first right into the ground, right in front of Yvette and I. And we were both just like, scary as hell, but now it's one of the funniest things that's ever happened because she popped right up. I'm okay. She's just getting right back into it. Oh my gosh. So yeah. So when we went for our turn, we made sure that we didn't run into any boulders.
Right. I believe me and Dan both were. It was like slow motion moving towards her, like we were going to try to say no. Right. And this was like plant. It was the best.
I remember
plant.
And what, Casey gave her the nickname, or you guys gave her the nickname?
It was Casey.
Casey, yeah.
It was Casey.
Mhm.
From the rest of that weekend and time since, she was known as Crash. I remember sitting there watching it happen, much like, A Christmas Story with the no. But I'm thinking to myself, damn, I organized this thing. I am potentially responsible for her taking a face plant at the VR thing.
Yeah.
And I felt so terrible. I'm like, are you okay? Do we need to get you to an And she just laughing the whole time.
She had the best time.
Laughing the whole time.
I mean, the gear is probably like 40 pounds worth of gear strapped onto your back, plus, and the weight of that and falling. Oh my God. It was just, you're absolutely right, Yvette. The slow motion, just like reaching out towards her as we saw this happening, and the looks on our faces, I will never forget it. It was now it's hysterical. It was kind of scary at the moment.
Yeah,
but now
it was definitely
it's just
scary.
hysterical.
But she popped right up. I was like, okay.
Right?
Secretly, I was glad that it wasn't me.
Right.
I was hoping it would be Dan.
don't know about that, but yeah, when our turn came, we definitely did not hide behind any boulders.
No, I was like, one time I caught myself going for the hand.
Yes.
I'm like, no, I can't do that.
Nope.
I'm going to be the second person. I can't do
Right,
it.
because it was me and Casey, and we kept saying, because we were together, it's like, don't touch that and don't lean.
And just a little side note for those of you who have never done one of these things, when they first came out, they were kind of cheesy. They are awesome.
Yeah.
Those
wait,
virtual
there's one
reality
around
things
here.
are amazing. I want to get one of those ones that you can buy like at Best Buy for like your home.
Mhm.
They're really fun. And I can see why people could hurt
Sure.
themselves because
Sure.
Yeah.
you really think you're in that environment. So yeah, she was hilarious. Oh my God, that was so
that
fun.
would have been me. That would have been me. I'm sure I would have been right there with her. Like Yvette would be like looking at me like,
Girl.
Yep.
Girl. Absolutely.
Before we go too far, I want to take a minute to say hi to some folks in chat.
Sure.
Usually we do this at the top of the show, and it's on us for for letting it go this long. But we're grateful to everybody who's shown up tonight. Thank you so much for joining us live. If you're joining us on Memorex, please check out the video version of Thursday Night Geeks live on the Trek Geeks YouTube channel. On Dan, what night is that?
Thursdays.
I've heard of that. It's Thursdays.
Yes, I think so. If I remember correctly, I have to go back and check.
Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and we don't care about the other time zones because we're East Coast.
sound like a true Bostonian.
I was going to say, we're from New England.
Yeah, we're from New. Well, if I were actually from Boston, there would have been some more F-bombs in there.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Sabrina could drop them with the best of them.
Woo, buddy.
And how? Bruce McMillan says, hello, beautiful people. He's obviously not talking about Dan.
Hey,
Not at all.
Of course, Dave Gregory is here. Hey,
Hi,
Dave.
Hey, Dave.
So I just wanted to shout out Dave Gregory. Dave Gregory was the sponsor of Sin Goes Sci-Fi for the last season. And Dave did know about Sabrina's illness and did not care. He was like, whatever I can do. Yeah, I'm going to finish whatever. Let's finish out the season, whatever's left. Let's take care of Sabrina. So I wanted to shout out Dave, who has always been a true friend, supporter of us from the beginning. So thanks, Dave.
Nice. Thanks, Dave.
Absolutely. Dave's good people.
He is.
Yes, he is. He's the best.
Additionally, good evening, Burley. Good to see you back. Dan, we haven't scared away Grand Love 678.
Yet
That's
anyway.
a good sign. Some schmo named Dan Davidson says, good
Look at
evening, all.
Yeah,
Good looking
whatever.
cake he's got there, though, that's for sure.
Of course. Steve here. Steve, good to have you, buddy. It will never be enough. You're right. And definitely a light that will
Thanks,
not go
Felix.
out for sure.
Definitely.
Joel saying hi to just about
Hey,
everybody.
Joe.
Hey,
wow.
Joel.
Joel's in the house. Good to see
Where
you
the hell
Will,
is where the
again.
hell has she been?
We love you. She was 300 years ago.
Yes, I saw that.
Willow also says, hey, Garcia, but Garcia is on extended shore leave from Thursday Night Geeks for a little bit. He'll be
Might have to
back
drink.
soon in the control room. So, yeah, that's right. You have to drink when say Garcia. I'm drinking water. So,
Hey, okay.
There it
that's
is.
my
Whatever you say,
key.
Garcia, we have to drink. So there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
that's right. Mark is here. Good evening, Mark. Good to see you, buddy. Draco Dawn Stars. Greetings,
Yep.
Hi,
everyone.
boo.
Hi, Draco Don Stars.
Elf Quest in the house.
That's it.
Elf
I love-
Quest.
Wolfpack in the house.
Thanks, Mothership, for coming in to support us. We appreciate you.
Chris Trebuzio in the house, gracing us
Hey,
with his
Chris.
presence. Tribs,
Hi,
good to
Chris.
see you, buddy. Let's see. I'm scrolling through the list here. Of course, Brad is here. It's Thursday
Hi,
night.
Brad.
Hi,
Where
Brad.
else? Takesha is here.
Hi,
Takesha.
sweetie.
Oh wow, I've been seeing you in a while. Hi, Takesha.
And look who showed up after track practice.
Tanya.
Hey, Tanya. Good to see you.
The baby sis.
Nice.
Steve Tweed is here, our good friend Steve, who we see intermittently at cons. Steve, great to see you, buddy. And of course, Dan, it's Thursday night. So who's
Yeah.
here? Helen's
Ah.
here.
Hi,
Yes.
Helen.
It is not Thursday Night Geeks without Helen.
That's
So-
true.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Helen
that's
is our
very cool.
resident fact checker at times.
Mhm.
And we are so grateful because Dan and I get a lot wrong, as everybody
Helen,
knows.
keep those boys in check.
That's
That's
right.
what's up.
That's
That's
what
Somebody's
I'm talking
got to. fellow New Englander right there.
Oh,
That's
boy,
right.
here
That's
we
what I'm
go.
talking
Is it
about.
Vermonter or Vermontonian or Vermonter? I'm really not sure.
It's a Vermonter, I believe.
Okay. Well, I'm sure that they will let us know.
So it's like
I
I
see.
you know,
I
I
just
know
want to say hi to
geography.
Wanda real quick
Hey,
too.
Wanda.
Hey, Wanda
I just wanted to
and
you
Miss Cassie
saying
Mack.
New England, is that just like a region? I thought I know
Yes.
geography pretty well. It's just the region of what? What's included in New
Connecticut,
England?
Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine.
So
6 states.
everything north
Of New York.
Yes. Everything
New
after
York.
New York. Yeah.
Right.
Everything
Awesome.
east of New York.
Everything
Love it.
everything eastern New York
All
is
the
the
little
best, so
states.
they give
All
it
those-
they give it its own region.
Awesome.
So that's what it
Because
is.
we cover like New York is like and then
Yes.
it's down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
love
right. It's like this. It's down.
Yeah.
That's,
Yeah.
that's right. You got that.
Although we would willingly
Like
give
this
you
is
back
like-
parts of Connecticut.
No,
Yes,
no,
it's true.
We're
No.
good.
Because especially
We
where
already-
the Yankee fans live.
We're good. We're good. We're
I
good.
mean, because we don't want the Yankee fans.
We don't need anything else.
Oh. And Helen did let us know it is
Oh.
Vermonter.
It is Vermonter.
It is Vermonter. Yeah.
Yeah. I forgot where I was going with that, but hi to everybody in chat. Please stay with us. We're going to be talking soon about the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund and other stuff. I have one observation. I was going through my Facebook Messenger not long before that, and I had forgotten that I had actually messaged Subrina about a week before she passed, saying, "Hey, how's it going? I haven't heard from you in a bit." And of course, she obviously had other things going on. But as I scrolled back in my chat, I was kind of struck by a couple of things, and I'm going to share my screen here. Because I don't think she would mind. And let me just sort of bring this up. There's this comment right here, the first one on June 19th, that says labs show the tumor may be shrinking. And then she followed that up with some photos from chemo with her partners here, which I thought was absolutely hilarious.
I love that.
It was obvious to me that the way she was approaching this
Our favorite
was the same exact way she literally approached everything.
Yep.
With her boldness, with her fierceness, with her joy on some level. She still found a way to find joy in this whole situation, with the trouble and with the little monster there.
Godzilla.
Thank you. I couldn't tell. And it struck me as just so Sabrina.
I've not seen you had not shared those before with me either, Bill. So those are great. I'm glad you have those.
And I kind of I figured at first, I probably should. It was our conversation. I wasn't sure if she wanted me to. So, but in reviewing it, kind of since your show and in doing this, it was like, it's how can I not share this moment?
Right.
Because one, it brought me such joy and such hope. And when I think about those two qualities, I mean, Subrina imbued those to absolute perfection. She was about joy. She was about hope. And I think that new listeners to your show, because people discover SyFy Sistas all the time. Let's be honest about this. I know they discover Trek Geeks all the time. I hear from people who listen to our first few episodes just about every week.
Right.
And to know that they are going to be discovering the show and they are going to be getting to know Subrina, I think is a tribute to her legacy. And perhaps this is the perfect springboard to talk about, unintentionally, I assure you, I'm just this good. The Subrina Wood
guy is good. Watch out.
Wow. Thank you. The Subrina Wood Legacy Fund. The day before,
I'm like, I know, like first you're trying to make us cry again.
But I brought the joy too. I mean, because how could you not have joy too? But
sure.
We talked about the fact that you all may do something literally the day before Subrina passed, when the four of us had a Zoom meeting, and you said, "Look, it's probably closer than later." How did this idea for the Legacy Fund come about? I'm sure you batted together a whole bunch of ideas, but what was it that eventually caused you to settle on this idea? Because I think it's fantastic.
I don't even know.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Like we were thinking about. I'm sorry. I got something in my eye. I swear, and it's not. we were thinking about all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Smooth is my middle name.
Smooth operator.
I wish I could play Sade right now. I really
Me
do.
too.
Okay.
Me too. But that would mean something else. So
Yeah.
like, let's keep it civil,
Yeah.
baby. You know, I like your
Smooth.
wife. I like your wife.
Smooth.
All right. Like,
I do too. She's really kind of cool.
yeah, she's pretty awesome. Yeah, but like really, we were the situation was changing so quickly. We knew at first we were thinking about doing some type of fundraiser because you know, we knew that there were going to be expenses. Like, yeah. You know, we didn't expect her to pass so quickly. We thought that we were going to be able to move her to home hospice.
Right.
And so we were going to do a fundraiser to help with everything involved with that. You know, and then, you know, that was 1 week of conversation, and then, you know, things just changed really rapidly. And then the next thing you know is the next day, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
oh, you know, and so the question became, how do we honor her legacy? We knew that there was not going to be a big memorial service and stuff this year. You know, that's what her family decided to. Her brother decided to do something next year for her on what would be her 70th birthday. But our question was always like, we need to honor her some kind of way. And how do we honor? And I think it was Yvette's great, brilliant mind that came up with the idea of the Legacy Fund.
Was that a compliment to me?
I give them to you all the time. Don't act like a little bee. You know you get them from me all the damn time. I'm constantly
glad this was recorded. This is good.
Constantly reassuring her. You know you brilliant.
I don't know about that, but
can somebody start singing Kumbaya? That would go over really well.
Like, how much can I cuss on here?
Yeah. Much do you want? Much do you want?
Yeah, no, I mean, it was Yvette's brilliant mind that was churning like it does. And she said, what do you guys think about this idea? And both Fran and I immediately were like, this is the right thing to do. This is it. This is how we can truly honor Subrina, because what did Subrina do but constantly give of herself to people? Like, she gave energy, she gave love, and like, she wanted everybody to be having a great time. She wanted everybody to care about these causes that she cared about. She, you know, it was the perfect way to honor her and to keep her spirit alive.
Nice.
Yeah. It's it really is. There's a QR code in the upper corner there that's shaped like a star. If you scan it, it's going to take you to the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund site, you know, where you can certainly make a purchase and help support the effort. So what is the goal? You know, obviously this fund is going to fund something. How would you, let's talk about that. What is as soon as I add our next special guest, let's do that.
Okay.
We are joined by Sister Fran, hopefully.
Maybe.
There she is.
Hi, Fran.
Hi, Fran.
It's going to take a second.
It's going to take a minute. Yeah.
Her internet's good.
Yeah, we see you.
Can you hear us?
It's frozen.
There she is.
It's it's tripping over there.
It
right
is
now.
tripping. Yeah. That's all right. At least we get to see her.
Yeah, there she is. There she is.
It's so great to see you, Fran.
Can you?
I don't think she can hear us.
No, she can hear us. Yeah, she can hear us. It's just that her internet is going
kind of blinky
in and out.
Oh well.
Try your phone,
Fran,
because it was good last time.
That's right. I remember that. That's right.
Yeah.
Let's see. I didn't remember that. I must be getting old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Welcome to the party, pal.
Yeah.
Or just dumber.
That's probably true. Also,
Yes,
I mean,
that's a fact.
I'm not
happy.
going to lie. That's a definite possibility. So obviously we have this idea for the fund. How did we decide what it was actually going to benefit?
Well, when I thought about what to do, I think I thought about all the things that, so Sabrina and I always had these talks about, there were things that we wanted to do, like where we wanted SyFy Sistas to go eventually. And eventually we want to make sure that SyFy Sistas stood for something.
Mhm.
And like when we're dead and gone, we've had this conversation. What is SyFy Sistas? What did we stand for? Can we keep it going? So that's where I came up with the fund. They're like micro grants, or micro grants. That's what I call them. It really came out of the IRS, basically. what we weren't going to be dinged for, because we are not a nonprofit. We are a for-profit business. We're a corporation. So I had to make sure that everything we did was not gonna, ping us through the IRS. And
Right.
so the way to do it was to do these little micro grants. Anything under $600, it's not going to be a problem for us or the people we give it to. That was another thing.
Oh,
Worrying
okay.
about, we're giving money to people, but then they have to pay taxes on this, because it was
Right.
going to be $1,000. And if you give people $1,000, they got to pay taxes on that,
Right.
So why do that? That's beside the point. So it was broken up into, education, STEAM, anything dealing with STEAM. I have kids that are scientists, and when they were in college, the little things add up. I remember I have to buy my daughter a lab coat. Those things are expensive. Goggles, things for her, booties for her shoes, all that stuff is really, really expensive. So we thought that was just something that we could do. If we could help somebody buy some medicine, just little things. You know how little things just add up, and $500 is not a lot, but it helps,
Yeah.
and if we could do that, perfect. So, and the other thing was, because we're not a nonprofit, we had to figure out how to raise this money. So we have this store that we never take money out of. Like, it just sits there, because it just sits there, it's always been that way ever since we started having a shop. The first shop we had, it sat there for a long time, and then we just, would use the money if we had to. It was, emergency money. And so we had this shop. Once you hit $1,000, you can take the money out. And we figured, let's do it this way. And it seems to be working. Within a week, less than a week, we made the $1,000, and we announced the grants.
That's
And
amazing.
now the applications are out. Hopefully you have, if you don't have the link, I'll get you the link to the applications. That's what we would like people to do: share or nominate or apply. The deadline is December 1st. So please, we haven't looked at any of the applications yet. We're going to wait until the deadline. So please, please, please share it with someone that could use it. Use
So
it yourself.
yeah, I mean, and
You
the
know,
areas that we're focusing on, it's
your mic,
We just lost your
your
voice.
mic went out.
Oh boy.
Did you hit the mute button?
Let's see, this is great because he's
No,
swearing right now like
she
crazy.
needs
We
a
can't hear it.
new microphone. We're gonna get her a new
Oh.
microphone. So the areas are education, fandom access, creativity, and cause donations. And we're not gonna limit it to anything. If you have a great idea, you have a great idea.
yeah.
And the
Am
three
I
of
back?
us will.
Yep. Kind
Okay.
of.
There you go. That's it. The three of us will look at the applications and make decisions. If you have, I mean, if all kinds of people have actually applied. So
Mhm.
don't
Nice.
let what I just said stop you from applying. Anything is possible. If it's a great cause and it's what Subrina would be into, then go ahead and do it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We've dropped the
Yeah.
link in the chat here in YouTube, and we'll also include it in our show notes.
Thank you.
No, my pleasure. And hi, Fran.
Hi, Fran.
Hi, I decided to go with my phone. It works
There you
better
go.
than
Yeah, it's
the
better.
desktop.
That's
Much
So
better.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's so great to see you. We love you so much. We asked
love you
Tamia.
back.
Oh, thank you. We asked Tamia and Yvette already. How are you? How are you doing?
I'm okay. You know, today is like 30 days. It was like today's 30
Well, yeah.
days
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
since she passed, and you know, I'm doing. You know, sometimes I'm fine, and other times I'm not. But I'm
Mhm.
doing.
Yeah.
I'm doing a lot better than I was at first.
Mm.
Yeah.
I can
So,
imagine.
We loved the photo that you posted today on your social
Yeah, it was
media
so
of the two of you
beautiful.
on the cruise. It was absolutely beautiful, and it's great to see you. I've not seen you very much often, so I'm glad to see you here tonight live.
oh, I'm glad to be seen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We had a ball, but we always have a ball on the cruise, you know. So they went off, and we said, well, we gonna sit by the pool, and that's what we did. We got in, till we got in, got out, and had a great day because it was a excursion day.
Yep.
And sometimes you don't feel like getting off the ship, and it's less crowded, and
Yeah,
so we had a nice time. Yeah.
awesome.
That's amazing. So, can anybody apply for these grants, or is it is it open to as many people as possible? Are you trying to cast a wide net?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, I think you're muted now
Uh-oh.
too. Wow, everybody's having mic problems
I
tonight.
I
know, like
know.
all of a sudden. But yes, it is open to as many people as possible. We are trying to cast a wide net. I think that's in spirit, in Sabrina's spirit, as well as in our spirit. We always said everybody's welcome on the mothership. You just got to understand what we do. Right, but everybody's welcome, but Sabrina cast her love and shared her spirit with far and wide with everybody and anybody, and I think that so it's in any way that we can echo that and magnify that, is wonderful.
No, absolutely.
Agreed. So obviously, people can scan that QR code on the screen. We'll also have the link in the show notes as
Oh,
well.
this is one of the hats you can buy.
Yeah, it's
It
Says,
looks
fantastic.
awesome.
Let me
That's
Pancreatic
awesome.
spotlight you.
cancer. Can you see it?
Oh, now you
Ooh,
can. Look at
boom.
that. You're solo on
Yeah.
the screen.
There you go.
That's great.
That's
It's
gorgeous.
it's a Nike. It's Nike tech, so it's soft,
Nike,
really
yeah.
soft Nike tech.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We're
So
going to leave the screen
yeah.
just like this for the rest of the show.
we have
Yep.
shirts.
Yvette
So
is
just
front
keep
and
your head
center.
down, Yvette. And just
I love that. We have shirts, totes,
love
and
you
then of course
best.
you can buy. It's for, and also a lot of people have asked. It is for everything in the store. So
Okay.
Okay.
2 Moons and a Microphone, Solo Story,
And
Sinsen Goes Sci-Fi. A lot of people been getting those. Our biggest seller has been the Sabrina line,
Mhm.
for Sabrina line. So yeah.
That's great.
That's
It's funny
amazing.
because as we've been talking tonight, I couldn't see what that was on your hat. I
Right.
thought it was like just a regular purple SyFy Sistas hat, and somebody autographed it. But then with the close up, I
Yeah.
love that her name's in it. It's
Mhm.
beautiful. What a great way
Yeah.
to honor her. That's fantastic. And I think this is exactly the type of thing that she would want to have happen. Helping others. That's that's what it's all about. So it's definitely going to be
Yeah, I mean,
for a
like,
great cause.
yeah, like some of the things, like, we just think, like, can we help like a kid get to a convention, or
Yeah.
or somebody
Mhm.
whose the conventions are usually economically cost prohibitive,
Right.
like like things like that, like anything like that, where the sky is the limit as far as ideas,
Right. Yeah. Could be anything. Yeah.
Mhm.
So obviously, earlier in the show, y'all mentioned that you're going to be doing a pan can show coming up.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. I know we've got about 10 minutes left, and I want to be sure we cover all the ground. So so when's that going to happen, and what can we expect?
So on the 25th, that will be our last show for the season. I don't know if everybody knows, but we always take off 5 weeks at the end of the year and come back in January. Because we do a lot and we just need a break. And it's a great time for us to, get our interviews in to start off the season. So our last show of the season is the 25th. We will be doing because it's Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month.
Right.
So we usually don't do a Pancreatic Cancer Awareness Month show. We always do the show when it's the time for the walk, which I think is that April? In April, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So of course this year, it'll probably be an annual thing, but this year we're having a big lineup. Kitty has said she's coming. Juan Carlos is coming. I think JB said he's
Juan
coming.
Carlos Cotto.
I'm sorry. Yes, first name.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Kitty Swing.
Sorry.
Kitty Swig, right? Kitty Swig. And JB Jonathan Billingsley is going to come.
Billingsley.
Yeah, and then so Kitty is also bringing the creator of PanCan. I think that's
wow.
Yeah, she'll be there.
Wow.
We have a doctor that's coming who will talk about care, like how the medical community is taking care of patients and how badly they're taking care of patients of color, especially women. Just letting people know what to look out for, letting people know that it is true that Black women are treated very differently in the medical community.
Yeah.
So we're trying to bring that to light so people can advocate for themselves. I think I might be missing something else, but I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah.
And we think like I told you, the story that I told you before about Subrina, like we diagnosed it, like, because we had done this show with Kitty, we knew exactly what she had. She went into the doctor and, she was basically disregarded. And, and that does happen to a lot of Black women. That is a real thing, that you go in, you say, I know this, I know these things, I know what's happening to my body. And, it's not that bad. It's not that serious. It's not really what you think, blah, 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 blah. And the reality is that we do know.
Yeah.
Right. So, yeah.
I just saw something real quick. I just saw something today where this, I don't know the doctor's name, but saying that in the emergency room, Black women are giving Tylenol and Motrin for their pain instead of what they would give anybody else, like a narcotic or, something to really help pain. Most of the time, they will not give that to Black women.
Wow.
There's this myth that we can tolerate all kinds of pain. And this is something that they learn in medical school. So I've heard that more. I've heard that more than once, but this was an actual doctor in the ER saying this. She had recorded another doctor or nurse telling this patient that, so
I was treated when I went to the emergency room before my complete diagnosis. I was treated as if I was drug seeking.
Yes. Yes. There's a lot of that.
This is fun. I know this. Wow. They did me like that. I'm like, no, I'm really in pain.
Black, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. It's happened to me more than once. Yeah. I'm pretty too. I mean, I have a big mouth and, I come in there. Listen, you work for me.
Who's that talking? That's not Bill talking. What?
I tell people all the time, those doctors work for you. So go in there like, you're the boss because you are, so, but that's still, it's still when you're in pain, you don't really, that's not the first thing on your mind. So,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's absolutely. Hi, Giraffe. It's good to see you. It kind of blows me away because, I don't think about it in those terms. I take for granted that, when I go to the ER because I'm a big, wussy, I'm going to get lots of pain meds, especially like when I have diverticulitis. They're going to gonna not know my name. I'm gonna be orbiting Mars or whatever.
Mhm.
And to hear that they're teaching this bullshit in medical schools is just infuriating.
Mhm.
I don't have words. That's how infuriating it is.
To add to that also, Bill, and I will apologize to the three of you ladies because of my naivety that I didn't know about this. Maybe
Yeah.
because of where I'm located. I'm in the Northeast. There's not a big Black population in New Hampshire and Maine. So I have not heard. So I'm hearing you say this and I'm like ready to like punch my computer screen. It's just unbelievable. Oh God, it's just sickening. Just makes me so embarrassed to be a human being sometimes.
So slight pivot, as we talk
Mhm.
about PanCan, and you mentioned you're going to have the founder of PanCan on the last show of the season on the 25th. Will any of you be doing the PanCan Purple Strides in April? And if so, where?
Well, I'm sure we will, but we don't know exactly where yet and what.
It's
Just stay tuned.
It's really early for that.
Okay.
That's gonna be heavy. So I think we I don't know.
I mean, I know that I want to do it. We just don't know.
Yeah.
We haven't made these.
The logistics.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. When we get when we do our break, like I said, that's when a lot of stuff will be taken care of. Right now, I feel like we're just keeping our head above water right now and try to finish out this season.
Yep.
And then we'll probably get together and there's a lot of stuff we have to decide. So
Sure. Well, I'm going to plant a bug in your ears now because you do have a break coming up. You can give it due consideration. I personally am going to go to LA for the PanCan walk and walk with the Trek people.
Oh, wow.
I'm announcing my intent to do that now. I talked to Dan about it shortly after, Subrina passed, a month ago. And that is what I am planning on doing, especially since now I am going to have that day kind of free. Long story.
Okay.
That was, I've got 2 minutes. I'll tell it. That was actually the day we originally scheduled Trek Talks for.
Yes.
And none of us at the time knew that it was going to be the same date for PanCan Purple Strides.
Right.
So we will be moving Trek Talks to a different date because we don't want to impact certainly PanCan Purple Strides. We don't want to cause a conflict for any of our Star Trek family who are going to be attending that, whether, Star Trek icons like John Billingsley, Jonathan Frakes, Kitty Swink, Armin Shimmerman, or any of our viewers who also attend on walking that day. So we'll be announcing a new date for that soon. But now, since I have that day free, my plan is to head out to LA. And if you guys want to meet me there,
but I think
what's the day?
I think if we do it, I think it would make sense to do it in DC or Boston. I don't.
Agreed.
I really don't think LA is the place that we would be. I don't know. For me right now, it might change, but
it might change. But I agree with you.
Yeah.
If we do it, we're going to do it someplace that really meant something to Subrina. Because we're going to be walking in her honor.
And don't get me wrong, she would appreciate LA.
She would though.
LA.
She would. So that's why I said, that's what I'm feeling right now. But who knows? Who knows? Yeah.
Well, and I figured that I know there's a big Star Trek contingent that walks that day. I know that we have a lot of people in our Star Trek family who've been affected, with family members they've lost to pancreatic cancer, and it seemed to me to be the most natural way at the time. Plus, I mean, it's I figured that it would be good to get out there and make that commitment. So I promise to wave at you all from the West Coast. I'll be thinking of you wherever you are, whether it's Boston or DC or wherever. But and if Dan decides to tag along, he can get his own hotel room. So
gladly.
Yeah, because I don't know if you know this, but Dan is a joy to room with.
Let me tell you, I listened to that show that you guys did about going up to see the bridge set on the Trek. What's it called?
Ticonderoga.
Yeah. Okay, I thought I was saying it wrong, but
no,
you're not.
First of all, I loved those two shows. It was awesome. It was so good. But you guys rooming together is the most
can't even
hilarious
imagine.
thing.
It's the only time you're going to hear Aaron Neville at 2 a.m. Not
Yeah,
coming
so-
from Aaron Neville.
We've been traveling all day, right? So we're headed to the sets for Star Trek Continues in Kingsland, Georgia.
Mhm.
And our flights were delayed. You know, Dan gets really stressed when flights get delayed. And then we got our rental car. We got to drive an hour to the Florida, Georgia line from Jacksonville. And it's like, you know, we get that we're exhausted. It's too late even to get dinner. It's too late to call our wives. You know, it's time to go to bed because we got to get up and meet at the studio, right? So I'm like, all right, buddy, good night. We'll talk. This is the first time we travel together.
Yeah.
You know, so in the 25 years we've known each other at this point, we have never traveled together. So we turn out the light. I'm getting ready to fall asleep. And the next thing I hear is Dan Davidson doing this.
Look at this man. So blessed with inspiration.
He's doing Aaron Neville impersonation all night
Who
long.
did the Linda Ronstadt part?
That would be
me.
Bill.
That was me. I don't have the same falsetto anymore, but imagine,
So
if you
good,
will,
Dan. So good.
two 40-something men trying to go to sleep, laughing like teenagers who just been watching a scrambled
Oh my
Cinemax
God.
channel when their parents went out for dinner.
Scrambles.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Boy, Gen X in the house.
Yeah.
Right?
So I thought you'd appreciate that. That's what our trip is like. So
Oh my God.
I imagine that any trip with Dan is going to be. Our Vegas trips are like that.
Yes, they are.
Although since you got your CPAP machine, it's very quiet, and
Yeah, this last trip was
you
very
become
quiet.
really
You didn't have
boring.
You didn't have to like hover over me with a pillow over my head.
Oh, it was tempting. Let me tell you,
Yikes.
son of a bitch.
Oh,
Love you.
Love you too, buddy.
try putting 4 sci-fi sisters in the same room.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
boy.
You all recorded an episode at SPOV one year, and I swear to God, I laughed so hard I had tears running down my face.
You mean
Awesome.
that was Trek Long
From
Island?
Trek Long
Oh,
Island.
Trek Long Island, my bad.
The last discovery was the last disco.
The last
Yep.
disco. Oh my goodness. That was funny.
That was like that was the 2 o'clock in the morning thing we did. Is that what he thought? Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
It's ridiculous.
If you haven't listened to it, it's absolutely worth it. Subscribe to SyFy Sistas, the audio podcast in your favorite podcatcher, and go back and listen to it because I guarantee it's worth it. You will laugh the entire time. So
There's so many good ones. Yeah. So many
we've
good
reached just past the top of the hour because we may start on time, but we always end late. I just wanted to first express my deep and my heartfelt love for all three of you. I adore you all. You make us better people. You make us better allies. You make us better men, quite frankly. And Dan has said it many times. I'll say it again. Bringing the SyFy Sistas into the Trek Geeks family was the best thing we've ever done. And I stand by Dan's statement of that every single time. And we are with you in spirit. We are with you in love, and we always will be. And know that we know you're feeling a tremendous loss, and we feel it to some extent too. We want you to know we're always here.
Thank you.
Oh,
I
thank
can't
you.
say anything else. What Bill just said, he said it perfectly. We love all of you, and we are so proud to be part of your family.
Oh, thank you. We love you guys too. You know, it's from the heart, and always have. You know, I'm glad we're family.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
It's kind of a forever thing. I mean, it's kind of like being in the mafia. You can't get rid of us now, even if you want
right.
to.
Yep.
Not going anywhere
Pulling me back.
unless you get what. Not going anywhere.
Unless you get wet. Is that what you said?
Right.
You can check out, but you can never leave.
That's
You can
right.
never
There you go.
We might as well be the Hotel California. I'm just
Right.
saying.
Right.
That's right.
And you know, every time I
He
think of
got it.
Hotel
He got it.
California, I always think of that stupid TNG episode where the
Royale.
Yeah, the
The
Royale.
Royale.
That episode.
Oh.
Yeah.
I unironically love that episode.
Of course you do.
Because it's
Why though? Okay, that's
Cheers,
a whole
Yvette.
another show.
because it is practically a season 3 TOS episode. it smacks so much of that production value.
Well,
it smacks
does.
so much of
It
that
does.
That's
writing.
what
It
gets
really
on my
does.
nerves about it. But
Yeah,
like,
it really does. Yeah.
It warms my heart.
It
Yeah,
does.
yeah. It is a ripoff. It really is.
You know, it could be worse. It could be
He
masks.
said it's weak. And I concur. Season 3 TOS. Like, yeah.
Well, we hope everybody checks out the SyFy Sistas season finale on the 25th. It's bound to be a classic, and with some great information and some great folks appearing. And of course, Dan, next week on Thursday, I hear there's a live stream from Trek Geeks called
something night something.
Thursday Night Geeks. That's
There
what
it
it
is.
is. It's right there.
That's right. It's right in front of me.
It's right
there
there.
it is. I always forget that.
So,
Yeah.
so ladies, we hope you'll hold on after we end the broadcast so that we can say a proper good night. But for now, everybody listening, thank you so much for joining us. We hope you check out the Subrina Wood Legacy Fund using the QR code there, or use the link in the chat. For the audio version, it's going to be in the show notes. So please check it out, and let's help some great folks. Fund some science and some STEAM and
That's it.
and all that stuff. So for now, for this collected mass of wonderful people, we hope you all have a great night. Live long and prosper. We'll see you soon.
Good night, everybody.